Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I am so excited to share with you this video that I'm going to share because I found some things in the Home Depot that I just wanted to let you know they are there. I'm not telling you to go out and get something that you weren't looking for. I just wanted to let you know and make you aware of the fact that they are there. I have been on the hunt, not on the hunt, but it has been a top wish list plant for me to have an El Choco red. And someone in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of mentioned that they found one. And so I went hunting for it. I didn't find it in any of the other stores near me. But then when I went out to the Home Depot at exit 53 on Route 95 in Connecticut, when I went there, I was able to find one, but I just wanted to show you some of the other things that they have. And just to give you a feel for the Home Depot that I went to, normally this store doesn't really replenish its stock of plants very often. So I don't go there because it is quite a distance for me. It takes me quite some time to get there. And so I normally just don't take a chance to take that drive. And then they have the very same plants from maybe a month ago when I was there. So when I went this time, and I'm so happy that I went, I found what I was looking for, and wow, was it not disappointing. So let me show you some of the other special finds that I found there, and then we'll talk about it. So starting off, the first thing that I saw when I walked in the store was this Anthurium hybrid. This Anthurium hybrid I found in another store. The other store said that it was a Magnificum hybrid in the H2O bowls, the large H2O bowls. But I didn't purchase it at the other store, but then I regretted it. I went back and it was gone. I believe this one right here may be a cross between a Magnificum and a Clarinervium. And there's my Choco, El Choco. Oh my goodness. As soon as I walked in, they were sitting there. I mean, they were just looking right at me, and I just went right for it. And then looking here, this is the Loveofcurls, and of all the Loveofcurls I've ever seen in the really big form, that was the healthiest. They had this beautiful Florida green. That one had a lot of new growth, almost as if maybe these plants have been sitting there for quite some time, because I found a lot of plants that were really overgrown in their pots. And so I'm wondering if maybe these were just there for quite some time. But that Loveofcurls, oh, perfection. It was so beautiful. And of course, I had to examine all of the basket plants. And these are $30, the ones in the baskets. The thing that I found at the bottom was a fuzzy petio. But it took me a little while to actually locate where the base of the fuzzy petio was, because it was so overgrown. And so I had to remove a few of the plants in order for me to get to it, because it was literally just spilling over, and it was maybe 3 plants down. Look at how top heavy that is. There are so many plants in that pot. Wow, was I tempted to buy this, but I have one. It's not doing very well, but it just took a turn. We're starting to put out pretty leaves, and so I didn't purchase this one. I was very proud of myself because I really love that plant. And this one was just so big and beautiful. When I put it back, I put it on the outside so that I wouldn't damage it. It wouldn't stay up, but I put it on the outside so it wouldn't get damaged on the inside underneath the shelves, because I didn't see how I could get it underneath there and not damage it. And then a lot of these plants in the baskets, they were just a bigger selection. Like the plants themselves were just bigger. That was really cool. I love big plants. Oh, they had lots of Marantas and Calathea. They were all so healthy and so full. This $6 rack was really nice. What I like about plants like this is if you already have these plants, it's good if you lost some of the leaves on the top just to fill it in with some of these $6 pots, because they were nice and full and beautiful. They had a sea of beautiful tabletop plants. I have yet to purchase a rattlesnake Calathea. They're so pretty though. Someday one is going to make me feel like I have to have it. As if I need any more plants. Oh, Oh, and I should mention the fact that there was only one El Choco, no, only two El Chocos. And then there was one of the the Anthurium hybrids. Look how beautiful that Maui is. Oh, how could I have forgotten this plant? Look at this jungle boogie. It's on a pole. This thing was so big. It was very, very wide. Very wide. Still $29.99, but it was a huge plant. That was a great find, and there was only one of those in the store. And you know, at this point, I'm just checking to be sure I don't miss anything. But I came and I got exactly what I wanted. I was so happy about it. After my hunt for my El Choco Red, I got it home, and right now, this is a season where bugs are looking for any place to lay their next litter for the next season. And so I can't have plants in my home that I haven't given a bubble bath, removed the soil, washed down the leaves thoroughly. I have to do that as soon as I bring them home, because I just don't want to have, I have too many plants to take a chance at something having a little family of something, or, you know, even just something that I'm not physically seeing. So these plants have all been repotted and changed over. They are still on watch duty, but they have been repotted and changed over. The first one I will show you is the El Choco Red. Yeah. Okay. I love her. She is everything I wanted her to be. This is so beautiful. And this is the newest leaf. This was not fully opened. I purchased these 3 days ago, by the way. I tried to record this video and the lighting was so off because this room is so bright and I had this overhead light on. It just, everything was washed out. You couldn't see anything. And so I had to re-record it. So I tried to do this as soon as possible so you guys could get to the store as soon as possible if you wanted one of these. But this is the latest leaf. She wasn't completely unfurled when I purchased her. She does have a little bit of damage on her, but she's beautiful. I love the extreme heart-shapedness of this plant. I have wanted one of these for so long. But I know I've heard a lot of people say that this is a spider mite magnet, and so I didn't really want to bring in another plant that would attract spider mites, because you guys know I have a lot of alocasia and it does take a lot to keep them spider mite free. So I didn't want to bring in a plant that gets really big that gets spider mites. But now that I have my new DIY bug spray, I feel a little bit more confident in being able to combat the problem and to keep them at bay. Now, I did end up moving this one to semi-hydro, and she is not in a reservoir as of yet because I want her roots just to get adjusted to being in semi-hydro. So I'm watering her just the way I would water a soil plant. Just when the substrate feels like it's all dried out, I will just water it, but I'm not letting it sit on water. And that's how I put mine over into semi-hydro. I love her beautiful stems. They're just so pretty. Her stems are pretty crinkly, I guess, from her journey in the store, but that's okay. She's beautiful. Oh, I'm not disappointed at all. Now, this is the main plant that was in the pot that I purchased, but if you can just imagine, there were 6 additional plants in the pot. This was the 7th. So all of them have been separated. They are upstairs in my cabinet. And I am so excited about that because there were 7 plants in total in one pot. And so I just took them all and I separated them all and put them into their own containers. So exciting, guys. Yes. I just loved it. And I can literally look at the backs. Sorry, I'm trying to block this light. I could literally look at the backs of these leaves all day long. You can see the new one right there with that beautiful leaf in the back. Pretty! Yay! Okay, so the other one I purchased is the Anthurium hybrid. Now, to look at this, I did a Google Lens search on this, and sometimes it comes up with Magnificum, sometimes it comes up with crystallinum. Yes, the crystallinum. And because the tag says Anthurium hybrid, whereas in the other store that I went to, it said that it was a Magnificum hybrid. I believe this may be a mixture of the two. If you look at them, it looks like it has that signature crystallinum look, but then the lobes are a little bit too big and spaced to be like the crystallinum. Let me get the crystallinum to show you. I'm pulling up this crystallinum and I'm looking at her roots in the substrate. She does have a treatment on her. So, yeah. Do you see the difference with these two? This is the crystallinum. Isn't she pretty? Oh, I love this plant so much. I had to stick that in there. This is the crystallinum and this is the hybrid that I have. Yes, they are different in size, but if you look at the top of it, you can definitely see the similarities, but then the lobes on the top of this one is very different. I don't know. I did ask in the Facebook group that I'm a part of if anyone knew the type of hybrid this may be, and some people thought it was a Magnificum hybrid. Some people thought it was a crystallinum hybrid, and that's what I'm getting online as well. So maybe it's a mixture of the two. And the significant thing is there were 2 plants in the H2O bowl. I separated the 2 plants. One is outside in my greenhouse, and then there's this one. Now, the one outside in my greenhouse kind of has that bumpy texture, very faintly, a bumpy texture like a luxuriance. It's very, very faint, but I just said, wow, this one doesn't have that at all, but the other one does have that. And they were 2 different plants, and so we'll see what happens. I think this is just so exciting. I think that's the really exciting thing about finding something that's kind of like a little mystery. She does have a new leaf on its way in, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And she is in semi-hydro. She was in the H2O bowl, so she was used to living in water. So I just put her right into my semi-hydro mix. I don't like the H2O bowls only because I am so clumsy. I mean, clumsy. And so the thought, when I was in that store, I almost dropped that bowl twice. And so I said, as soon as I get home, this has to go. I will use it for propagating a larger plants though. And that will be wonderful. I thought this leaf was just so big and beautiful. She does have damage, but that's okay, considering the fact that she just came home from the store. Exciting, guys. So that was the adventure that I went on with my hunt for the El Choco. It was just so much fun when I walked into that store, the store that I didn't expect to find anything in, and I found exactly what I was looking for and more. So I hope you guys are able to find it if it's something that you were looking for. I will also, maybe I'll bring you upstairs and I will show you some of the babies, a couple of the babies. I think I may have brought some of them outside already. The really small ones, I think I brought those outside because some of them were really tiny. Then some were like a mid-size. So exciting. I thank you so much for joining me today, guys. And I will leave you with a little bit of the pictures of the other plants.